back. So today I have a video for y'all if you're wanting to really 10x and quantum leap on your healing journey. And this video is straight from the ancestors because they want to be a part of your healing journey, because our healing and our happiness really does matter to our ancestors. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people understand how important our well-being is to our lineage. But I'm making this video for you guys and also as a contribution to all the ancestors, not just mine, because I know the difference that incorporating ancestral healing makes in your journey. And the reason that this is so important to me is because once I started really calling on them for help with my healing, I got compounding results, and it just felt so much easier, and I didn't feel like I was walking alone anymore, because sometimes our healing journey can feel very isolating, very confusing, very lonely. A lot of times you'll feel unsupported or like you've hit a plateau, like you know you've made progress on your healing, but you feel like you're hitting a wall. And for a lot of people, making this change of setting up a boveda, an ancestor and spirit guide altar within your home, and caring for it and working with it can really make a difference. And if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my iPad because I do have ADHD and my mind moves so quickly. Things just start to open up and feel easier and more clear and a lot faster, because no one needs to be spending their entire lives trying to heal from their past. Like, yes, our soul needs to heal from trauma in this life and past lives, because especially for women, we just have been oppressed so much for so long that we couldn't work on ourselves, you know? But now we have a lot more freedom to do so. And it's just very important, but no one wants to stay stuck there, okay? But this begins with setting up a boveda. Like I said, it's an altar for your ancestors and your spiritual court, also known within espiritismo, which is one of the practices that I participate in. It's known as your spiritual court, your ancestors and certain non-lineage spirits that walk with you. But get a spiritual court reading before you set up a boveda, before you set up this altar, because you want to not only see who walks with you in your spiritual court, but also how to specifically set up your boveda. Because even though within espiritismo there is a pretty standard and widespread setup to the altar, sometimes they might need certain elements or tools and things that they need to help you and to help you connect with them. And if you need to book this reading, you can book it with me at sirensnectar.com/booking, and I will also put the link in the description and the comments. But I tell you who walks with you within your spiritual court, your ancestors and other spirit guides that walk with you, how to set up a boveda, how to care for it and maintain it and work with it, and what prayers to use. After the session, I always send you guys a document that I made that has a lot of prayers that we use within the espiritismo during our prayer sessions that really help. And my boveda has been such a focal point for me in my healing, because I will never forget there was a day a long time ago when I just stood in front of that boveda and I threw my hands up and I said, I need help. I need healing. I'm tired. I'm burnt out, and I don't want to feel this way anymore. And ever since I really told them that and set that intention and surrendered to their help and their guidance, instead of trying to do it all on my own, it really made a difference. And that moment created a real shift, and the healing has been compounding ever since, because they guide you. They will tell you what tools to use. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's stretching or meditation, breath work. I've said many times, breath work doesn't work for me. I don't like it. I tried it twice. I know it works for other people, but I remember doing it and just feeling like I can get the same result of releasing this trauma and energy from my body by doing a set of spiritual baths and just doing it spiritually and releasing it energetically and healing my chakras. I connect more with the water, so I would rather do it that way. But they will guide you on certain cleansing baths to make, protection baths, healing baths, because cleansing and protection spiritually are very important on your healing journey, because you're already dealing with your own negative energy and your own trauma and the ancestral trauma that you carry. You don't need to be carrying other people's negative energy. And if you're trying to do your healing work and inner work while carrying other people's projections and evil eye and negative energy, it's just going to take a lot more work, okay? Because you're carrying things that you're not supposed to. So clearing your field and clearing your aura during your healing journey is very important. I do have a daily relationship with my ancestors and with my spirit guides. I sit down to do my prayer sessions almost every day at my boveda. It doesn't take very long, 10, maybe 15 minutes. But if for some reason I don't get to it, or I feel like I need to take a day off, I still talk to God and my spirit team every single day. And consistency is a lot more important than perfection. Just talk to them from your heart. That's all you have to do. Because when we try to work on our healing alone, you can get stuck because you need someone to talk to. So talking to your spirit team, as you're saying those words, those feelings are getting released from your energy and from your body. It gives that energy somewhere else to live besides your body and your mind and your spirit. And the results that I noticed, inner work feels a lot easier because the download comes, and it comes very quickly, very strongly. I do the thing. I'm a very fast person because my mind moves very quickly, and I love speed and velocity and momentum. And when I get a download, I act on it. And if for some reason I can't, maybe I'm doing something else, I take my phone and I type it up in my notes app, and then I'll work on it later. But I do my best to work on those downloads ASAP, okay? And it's clear cognizance. It's just, you'll know, oh, a healing bath would help with this issue. Or I need to do a chakra bath because they're telling me that my solar plexus chakra needs a lot more work. I also offer chakra healing bath sets at sirensnectar.com/baths. So you can get my standard, my signature bath set, which is 3 cleansing baths and 3 healing baths. Or if you need help with a certain chakra specifically, you can go look at those chakra baths. I only offer chakras 1 through 4 because that's what Spirit told me to do right now, but they really, really do help. And the reason that my downloads come with such speed and strength and clarity is because I also do my head washes. I keep my crown chakra cleansed because I'm asking for guidance from the divine, right? So I need to keep that channel clear, right? And if you go to the spiritual baths on my website, at checkout, you can also add on a floor wash or a head wash to your bath set, and they're very important. But the understanding will just drop into me, and I feel a lot more guided, and it also helped me develop this confidence in myself because the things that they were telling me to do are working. So I'm like, I trust myself because I got that download, I acted on it, and it worked. So it helps you kind of rebuild your confidence, which is very important in your healing. But your ancestors really, really do care about you and your journey because you literally carry their trauma within your DNA. All the hardship they went through, and a lot of us, especially if you are a minority or you're like me, you're a mix of things, but you have a lot of minority ancestors that went through slavery, oppression, famine, war, disease. Like, our ancestors went through it, girl. And all those circumstances were embedded in their DNA. Okay. And they already know what you're dealing with. So they can guide you on what to do, on how to get out of that situation. They can also guide you on certain mistakes that maybe they made, so that you don't make those same mistakes or prolong your suffering. They can really not only help you heal trauma and issues, but also avoid certain issues. Or if you've been dealing with a certain trauma that's been repetitive within your lineage, they can guide you on how to break that pattern. And from the other side, they can see a lot more clearly, and they can guide you from not only not doing certain things, but also not repeating certain patterns. And there's a very strong energetic bond between us and our ancestors, because for every single ancestor that we have, there is a piece of them that lives within us, and we're intertwined energetically. So every time that we feel joy, they feel joyful. Every time that we have success, they feel successful. And it means something to them, because even if you've never met your ancestors, like the ones from 300, 500 years ago, they know who you are, and they care about you. You are their family, and vice versa, and they are very, very interested in your well-being. And also, something about ancestor veneration and espiritismo that not a lot of people talk about is when our ancestors and our spirit guides help us with something, whether they protect us or bring us a blessing or help us heal from something, every single time that they help us with something, they get elevated. They get exalted and they evolve. It's kind of like brownie points and good karma from God and the spirit realm. So it's not one-sided, okay? It goes both ways. And by you evolving and elevating your life and moving through this trauma, you are showing them that a better life is possible. Because one thing that's very important to me is I want to live a good, amazing, blessed, fulfilling, amazing, joyful, blissful life full of wealth and good health and blessings and happiness, not just for younger me that went through a lot of shit to show her that those things are possible and that she does deserve them, but also for all my ancestors that went through hell. I am part Romani, and for almost 1,000 years, we were oppressed, dealing with displacement, chattel slavery, trafficking, war, poverty, theft, famine, disease, family separation, a bunch of BS. And it means so much to me that I'm able to show my ancestors, like, I can have a good life, and y'all can have a good life with me, a good existence with me. And this is so important to me because it really is something that helped me make a shift. It's helped a lot of my clients make shifts in their lives, because we don't just carry our own BS and our own trauma. There's ancestral stuff and DNA stuff that we also carry. Like, I feel like a lot of people say, like, if you have fears of certain things and don't know why, it's past life stuff, and that can be true. But you can also have a lot of fears and you don't know why, because those are things that happened to your ancestors. So even if those things haven't happened to you in this lifetime, you still carry that fear and that experience on a DNA level that you need to release. Okay? And also having their support, you don't have to be so, like, brutal. You don't have to be so forceful on your healing journey. It feels a lot easier. Because inner work is not easy. Like, there's a lot of times when, especially when you're about to have a breakthrough and a quantum leap, it just gets difficult. And the resistance is very much there. But, like, they will give you the strength and the support and the love that you need to move through it. Okay? So again, if you would like to book a spiritual court reading, you can click the links in my description or go to sirensnectar.com/booking. You can also book a healing session with me where we specifically work on any blocks that you have, any trauma that you're struggling with releasing, and we give you certain tools and stuff that you can use to move through that block and break the pattern. And I also have handmade spiritual baths, amulets, and cleansing soap on my website at sirensnectar.com. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.